Oh. Warning! Warning! Warning!
So
We've been hacked!
So this is what happened, okay? So I am going to my daughter's... Oh, actually, it started a couple days prior to that, okay?
I was talking about my Apple Watch, and I was talking about how the battery was dead, and I was like, babe, I'm thinking I'm going to use some of my discretionary spending to just go get this Apple Watch repaired.
So I had a conversation with him, and I was like, just go and get it fixed at the Apple store. So a couple days later, I'm looking online, and I see that there is an Apple Watch being bought from Amazon for like $800 and something. To which I said, okay, pop off. Like,
you do you, boo.
You do you. I see you got that Apple Watch. You got that Mac Daddy Apple Watch.
You did not have that kind of money in your discretionary spending fund.
But okay, we'll talk about it later. Like, I didn't want to like squash it. You know what I mean? And then I saw something else come up for something else. It was like a MacBook cover for like an iPad. And I was like, babe, did you buy this? Because we don't have an iPad. And he was like, no, I didn't buy that, nor did I buy the Apple Watch. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think we're getting hacked, like live. Like I'm getting notifications in real time. So shout out to Amazon for sharing, text messages, and like my bank for being like, hey, is this you? I went, figured that out, immediately canceled it. Same day. Done.
Like you were on it.
On it.
The same day you were like, is this you, babe? And I was like, no. And you were like, shut it down.
Shut it down. But then, a couple days later, I'm going to my daughter's like play date at a jumping, whatever, playground type thing. Hyper Kids. And I happened to look at my email because they said that a Walmart thing was going to arrive. And I was like, what Walmart thing? Like, they said something was going to be arriving at my house by 10 a.m. And I was like, nothing came to my house at 10 a.m. Then I saw like emails with like a picture of it going to someone's house. And I was like, that's not my house. So I was like, this is totally a mistake. Went to my email, like my other email, my junk email, and saw that someone had hacked into my PayPal and spent over $600 and something. It
was over $1,000.
Yeah.
It looks like they were building a computer.
They were building a computer.
Parts, Apple Watch. It's fascinating to me that someone would do that though, and then also share their address and pictures of their house and the packages being dropped off, like their name and everything.
Their name, address, number, everything was like left, and they put it on my PayPal. They also put it on my Amazon, so I know their whole information. So I went ahead and did the proper channels to make sure that they knew it was fraud, canceled everything, redid passwords, all that jazz, called the police and told them what happened so that they can go apprehend the person, since I have all their information and proof that they were fraud.
Items or whatever.
Right, whatever it happens to be. But that was like over $1,000 that was taken or attempted to be taken out of our, bank account. And some of which was actually processing through our Capital One. And Capital One was like, we can't do anything until it's processed. So meanwhile, you're out $800, $1,000 until it goes through so that you can actually process it and get your money back. And yeah.
The part... And maybe that's what you want to say. The part that had me was, if we didn't talk about money and all you had heard from me was, babe, I'm thinking about getting my Apple Watch repaired. Like, you just would have been like, all right, I guess he got a brand new Apple Watch. And you might not have ever said anything about it to me. You might have been like, he spent more than he should have, but I don't want to touch that. So
not only
just
that,
let it be.
I probably wouldn't have been keen to it because even my PayPal, I don't use that very often. But if I did, there's so many people who use several different measures of how to pay for things. And it was coming from Walmart, and we shop at Walmart. Like, if I saw a random like $40, $100 or whatever from Walmart, I wouldn't think anything of it. I might have thought it was like groceries or something else that you wanted personally. But because I know our spending habits so well, I knew that was just out of the ordinary to use PayPal to do that. And especially the amounts, right? Like, and that's what comes with like the habitual stuff. Like, what your typical spending looks like. It was very clear that it was not us, and we nipped it in the bud as quick as we could.
Banana.